Before we begin today's practice, I want you to take a few moments to think about why accepting your emotions is important to you. How will it help you live by your values? What changes will it make in your life? Make sure you're sitting in an upright yet comfortable position with your feet flat on the floor. Close your eyes if that is comfortable for you. And if it's not, just keep them focused on a spot in front of you. Today we are going to get curious about our emotions without any judgment. As we get curious, take a moment to notice the feeling of your feet on the ground, your body on the chair, your posture, the placement of your hands, what you can see behind your eyelids or in front of you if your eyes are open. What you can hear in the room. And what you can smell and taste. Notice what thoughts and feelings are coming up for you. We are going to use this noticing part of you, this observer self, for the next several minutes to gently observe your feelings without letting them overtake us. And if thoughts come into your mind and try to hook you, acknowledge that they have come up and refocus your attention on your feelings. Notice the emotion you are feeling. What shape is it? Is it 2D or 3D? Is it within your body or outside of it? Where is it the most intense? The least intense? Observe the sensations with curiosity. Does it move, pulsate, or vibrate? If it does, then at what speed? Is it light or heavy? What temperature is it? Notice all the different sensations that make up this feeling. Now let's give the feeling a name, so just fill in the blank. I notice I'm having the feeling of. and repeat this to yourself once or twice. Now take a deep breath and breathe into this feeling. Imagine your breath flowing into your body, right into this feeling and all around it. And again, take another breath or two into this feeling. Now, in some magical way, just let some space open up inside of you. All around this feeling. Making space for this feeling. Continue to expand around it. Continue to breathe into it. Continue to open up, making room for it. Now let's allow this feeling to be there. It's okay if you don't like this feeling or if you don't want it there. Allow it to be there anyway. Just let it sit there. Observe the feeling, breathe into the feeling, expand around the feeling, and allow the feeling. If you notice yourself trying to fight the feeling, acknowledge that the urge is there and continue to allow the feeling to be there. Instead of trying to get rid of the feeling or change it, we're letting it stay. If it does change on its own, that's okay. And if it doesn't, that's also okay. Our goal today is just to allow the feeling to be here. If this feeling was an object, what would it look like? What shape would it be? Would it be liquid, solid, or gas? What color is it? Is it wet or dry, rough or smooth? As you observe the object, breathe into it, expand around it, and allow it to be there. Remember that this feeling is telling you something important. It's giving you valuable information. This feeling is part of being human. It's part of the human experience. Take one of your hands and place it on wherever in your body the feeling is. Imagine that love and energy, the same you'd offer a friend or a loved one, is flowing from your hand into your body, right into this feeling. It doesn't get rid of the feeling, but it helps make room for it. Allow yourself to be held gently. You can keep your hand there for the rest of the practice, or put it down if you've made enough room for the feeling. Now that we've been putting attention on this feeling for several minutes, we are going to slowly expand our awareness a little more. Continue to observe the feeling, allowing it to be there, and as you do, notice your body and how it feels on your seat. Start to move slowly, taking a stretch, noticing the movement. Now open your eyes and find 5 things you can see. Listen for 3 things you can hear. Notice the feeling is present inside your body, which is inside of a room, and you've allowed the feeling to be there. All right, everyone, let's take a few minutes to just debrief this exercise, because I know this is really difficult and different for many of us to do. Most people are so used to just trying to avoid emotions or distract from them, or physical sensations. So this is also something you can use if you have chronic pain. So we try to avoid and we try to distract. And what it does is it provides some immediate relief. Oh, I don't have to deal with this now. But usually what we find is that in the long term, it stops us from doing the things in our life that are meaningful to us. And very often we find that because we've pushed these emotions down so hard, they just kind of explode everywhere at some point. So the purpose here really is just to notice that we can interact with the world, we can live our values, we can do the things that we want to do while this emotion's there. So the shortened version of this is just to observe the emotion, breathe into it, expand around it, and allow it to be there. This is something that requires regular practice. You do it once, it's not going to make it easy when difficult emotions arise over and over. So trying to make it a regular part of your routine, just to allow those emotions to be there. When you first start practicing, you might want to do it alone, just, when you have some time to yourself. And when you get good at it, you'll notice that you can have those emotions without them kind of stopping you from doing things or stopping from interacting with people. Before you get about your day, I just want you to think about a few things. So first, what was that experience even like for you? Was it really difficult? Was it different? Was it okay? How are you feeling right now after practicing feeling? What did you notice during the exercise? And what are you noticing now that you're reflecting back on it? All right, take care and keep making the most of it.